Mic check. 1, 2. Sweet. We're live. A little late today, but I've already gotten my bias mapped out. Just a little late going live. This is kind of what I'm looking at right now. See if we get filled here. We go front on it by one tick. Might be. There we go. So just to, I guess, map out my idea, just because I was a little late getting live. Um, I was taking care of some other trades in my Robinhood, which I'm not really streaming that for. So, or streaming that. So I just waited. But um, I still think on the ES, this is my thoughts. We're still really bullish if we're looking at like the 4 hour. But we came down this morning and we haven't gotten into any kind of discount. So I've got some areas of interest marked here down at discount. And that's kind of what I'm targeting. Because on the 15 minute, we did look bullish. So I was marking these areas of interest. We went past it to the close of yesterday just to fill that opening range gap. And then the NASDAQ, though, was perfect with the order block and fair value gap that I was kind of watching on the ES. So it's supporting my bearish narrative. It looks like it wants to go down, even though it's already been in discount. So that's supporting my idea right here with the ES. Even though this does look like a nice push up, but we just barely swept those highs and then we're already displacing back down. And so I'm looking at possibly 45, 69, 75. That's what I'm shooting for. Not necessarily all in this trade, just kind of some liquidity that I'm thinking the market might draw to. I think it should be pretty smooth sailing once we get below the opening range gap for today. The one that was right here that we're at right now, 930's opening price. And then the height right there from this swing up is yesterday's close. So from that range to 930 open is our opening range gap. NASDAQ didn't quite make it, probably about a little over 50%, I would say. Yeah, a little bit over. if we look at roughly 72, that's where the two standard deviation is on a 15-minute. If we can get that just from this breaker that was created, but they're kind of all over. So I guess you could kind of, I don't know, you could call it this one on the 5-minute. But even then, we're still looking at, I want to say still discount for sure. We sweep that. I don't see why we wouldn't want to come down, honestly. Um, but if I'm wrong, this would be roughly where I would figure that out. See, I'm gonna 45.69. That's roughly where I could see price going. At least taking these lows. I'd like to see that. That still gives us two risk to reward. So I like that. Nasdaq's falling pretty good. Doesn't give you any. I don't think it really gives you any chance to get in a move like that. So you kind of just have to trust that that order block's gonna be what stops price. That's this black line that I have marked out. Get that out of the way and then zoom back out. So this one, so I got marked. And the ES, that was this one right here. But yeah, looks like it, once it got under, it kind of did something to send price down. But once we actually displaced, it wasn't a good spot to just leave an order at. But I was still watching it and gave the shift on a lower time frame. So 45, 69, 75. Let's see. At this point, I honestly I could see it coming back up to my entry to give another entry. Just with kind of the structure that's given. If this was like full contracts, I would have taken profit. Um, so just because I mean this is like just a 25K account, so that would have been really good, like percentage wise on the account. So I was watching uh just I was in a put on this as well, so I was just kind of watching that for a second, setting some limits on it. Quick, quick day trade on the options side of things. Okay, so once we get below, we might not go below that right now. Just gonna say once we got below that low, I was gonna move my stop down a bit, but that might not happen right now. You can see it's coming up quite a bit before we actually keep falling. Hmm. So this is where I'm at right now in this account. Um, Not too bad. Profits for the day on this. Pretty close to passing it. Honestly, this trade held out to this target would put me. It would pass the combine actually. So let's see if we can do that today. If I'm wrong, I'm comfortable with. I don't need to measure that. So it's let's see. I'm at 22 ticks. I'm risking $137.50 to make 493.75. So I don't usually count money when I'm trading. I'm just I guess kind of explaining um why I feel like holding this out could be a good move. Because usually, I mean, this would be a good place to take profit, but I'm really comfortable in this trade idea, and I would like to see it through. I'll do this. I'm selling 5, so I want to buy 5 at 69.75 on a limit. Let's see how the Nasdaq's doing. Damn. That would be a pretty big move to go down that far just in one straight shot. Um, Not gonna lie, this might be a tough trade to hold on to for that long. Um, I would honestly like to see it happen like by 11 or if not sooner, because um, I don't know. It might be tough to sit through some kind of lunch retracement on stops on that and not have taken profit. I feel like that's kind of some things I'm still battling, is like the balance between being smart and being scared. Like sometimes I don't want to take it out of trade. Like was it me being smart or me being fearful? Right now, my technical analysis, I guess, what the chart's telling me, and so far time is telling me that we're still good. So I'm just gonna keep holding. Um, I'm not too familiar yet with like the breakaway gaps and measuring gaps and all that, but this could be potentially like a breakaway. We could not even come back up in there. I feel like the smart thing to do would be to take profit right here and then ask for some kind of re-entry. I definitely could be wrong though. I just don't want to give this back this many profits when I'm this close. I feel like I did scale out of my actual contract that I was in options, so that's like with real money up front instead of like a combine. So that's kind of like telling me where my psychology is at right now with that. I definitely need to get better with holding trades. I will do this because that's at least taking some. If it stops me out, I could look for another entry. That would make me feel more comfortable about it. That's still probably like 10 ticks or so. Yeah, 11, 55 ticks with 5 contracts. 55 ticks, I guess. So if the 15-minute projections that I made are good, then we will come down here for sure. But based off the lower time frame, which is what I've actually been seeing working better this week, or at least yesterday, with the my swing projections, based on those, we're at the target. So um, like yesterday, I believe we were. I'm on the 15 right now, but I got these swing projections yesterday, and I did them on the 2 minute, and it was for all this breakdown. When the 2 minute gave me the breaker and the market structure shift and all that. I actually took the trade, but got stopped out with this wick. Um, but anyway, we came to 4, hit that, and then came up to take some more liquidity. So that's kind of why I was like, oh wow, like the 2 minute seems pretty solid, at least this week. And like that's still things that I'm like new with and all that, but um, still things I'm working on testing and stuff like that. Usually, this type of price action would frustrate me if I didn't get an entry, but I jumped on it quick. And got in. So, if this is anything like some of these other moves, like this during lunch, stuff like that. The buy yesterday, as soon as we opened, we just took off. We'll see. Still looks pretty strong. I might move my stop to see because we're close below a slow. We're potentially forming a SIBI. We have one right here as well. So I might move my stop like probably around there. So it looks like on the 2 minute, the 1 minute. Yeah, maybe like just barely above that a little bit. We're close though. The closer we get to this, should be like a stronger pull, like a magnet or something. But I don't know. 5 points is still considerable. Still considerable amount of points, if you ask me. Let's see. We're up 343, 350. Just 150 away from passing. I just want to push. Just push there. Give it to me. Usually I would take profit on this kind of move, but being so close to just hitting that goal, I mean, if I can just get it done today, that'd be nice. Yeah, I don't want to get too greedy, so I'm just trying to trail my stop. And I mean, not like this is anything good to really put it behind, because like if it retraces, it's probably definitely going to take it. But I'm just like hoping the strength of the bearishness will, maybe just leave some of this, and we could look at like balanced price ranges right here, inverted BISI right here, and then a SIBI right there, potential. And yeah, so it's a SIBI now. So that's like three things, and I'm right above that by 2 ticks, the highest one. So that's what I'm looking for to help me out. So I got out of that option I was talking about earlier with SPY. Um, I wanted to get in a bit earlier, but had to wait for the open and stuff like that. There might be ways to do it better, but I'm just doing like trading that on Robinhood right now, so it's pretty basic. And so I waited for 9:30, got in it. Well, actually, I was waiting for kind of a little bit of a turnaround, and then I got in it once I saw there's some 1 and 2 minute lows being taken, and I saw these starting to get wicked down, and then I jumped in it, and then I started my stream right after that. And this low, yeah. So these were the highest up close. No, actually that one was. So yeah, that low kind of gave me an idea. But anyway, I was paying attention to this one because of the fair value gap and shorted there. Front ran it by a tick because I didn't get filled right here. If you go back to the very beginning of the stream, you could see it. It came up, didn't fill me, went down, and then I moved it down one tick to ensure that fill. And if I didn't, I wouldn't be in this trade. So um, it's crazy. Wants to act like that, then like that would support a lot of this. So look at, I guess my stop's under this. This could be a good area to retrace to these. So order block area. Um, Actually, I don't know. Maybe depending on who you are, some people might consider this a breaker. This Once we dip below this low, I will be moving my stop again because there's no reason to really come back up if I'm just watching this time frame. And with this much profit on the table, it's probably best to do that. And I like some people might say like 360 isn't much, but this is just a $25,000 account. Like I literally am so close to passing it. I just need like 150, which is just this distance. And we are so close. Just bouncing around that like 5-point distance. 4.5. Oh, we did wick that low a bit. I'd like to see us actually kind of go under it though. But a wick is pretty much all that it requires, honestly. But there we go. So I'm gonna go here +1. So I'm locking in. That's 46 ticks so far locked in. With 5 micros. We're pushing. And we get it. Can we pass this combine on stream? If so, well, we will. I mean, I'm not saying like today for sure, but like that's the goal with this one. I've actually been avoiding trading it off stream, so that way this whole journey is documented. And I did start this combine and made like 300 on it, and then I started streaming. So one trade was taken before I started streaming, but then when I decided, hey, I should document this journey for this combine, then that's when I started reserving it. And then I got a 50K Blue Linux account that I trade when I'm not streaming, which hasn't been much this week just because I've been getting left a lot, which I almost did today, which I was talking about earlier. But I feel like once I start drawing, I'm gonna regret that. Like it's gonna get above it. Could be superstitious, but oh yeah, it turned around. Just kidding. I like to see us not get above this at all right now. Like before hitting this target. This draw on liquidity. So that's just what I'd like to see. Can't always get what you like though. Oh yeah, see, there we go. I don't like that closure because not only is it above the gap, but it's above even the wick. It's in the candle that started that. So that's not that promising. Didn't mean to do that. Is that? Oh, okay. We're close. I could see the finish line. It's it's like 14 ticks away. I like how we went right back under that CB that I was mentioning. A lot of times, um, I don't like to see a closure above them, but if I do see it, but it's still like below the body, then I'm a little more comfortable with that because I've been in a lot of trades where it might have done that, like close above the gap, and I use that as like kind of like a signal, like okay maybe I'm wrong, but then sometimes that wasn't the case, so I started filtering it a bit and using the bodies, and that helped me out a lot. And not everything's 100%, so you'll still get like a closure, into the body, and it'll go. But also, there's a lot of context to go with it. Like in this much of a discount, you know, who knows what price is gonna want to do. You could close above a bunch of these to go back up to discount or premium. I mean, just to just to let more people in to continue going. So that's part of the context that I'm looking out for. Oh, we're so close. Probably like 3 ticks or something. 4. Wow. I believe the goal is 26,500. Just being patient. Looks like we're still wanting to draw down to that 45.69 level. Um, I'd like to see this candle close 1 tick lower, like right there at least, but it didn't. Not a big deal. Um, yeah, we came 4 ticks away. That's crazy. It's really close, but I'm gonna keep my stop right above. So here's a high, 1 tick above that. just in case it wants to create like equal highs before running down. And if I get stopped out, no big deal. Still a great trade. Map the this stuff. So I'm gonna stop right there, one tick above that, and so either way, we've locked in 2.36R on the trade. So it's pretty good no matter what happens from here. I'm happy with it either way. Jeez. Nasdaq really fell. So we're pushing up to my stop. It honestly wouldn't surprise me if I got stopped out. Like there's no real reason why I have this here except that I'm just um taking profits because this is a huge move and we could come up and you know provide another entry, but or we could just stop me out and then continue back that way. So either way, that was 52 ticks, 2.36R trade, and that put us up 319.80 for the day. And I just need probably like another 180 or so with I'm not sure how they like do the commissions if they count it in there and all that, but we are close. If I would have see, I would have got in on this guy though. Damn. This one was obviously weaker, so it would have been the most ideal to short, but I didn't see anything, any opportunity. I guess you could. Just a little something right there, but it just depends on how aggressive you are, I guess, with market structure shifts, because I'd be looking at this low. Looking at the low that's kind of sets the pace for the highest up close candles. Once that's crossed, that's kind of what gives me my market structure shift. So I guess it just depends on how aggressive you want to be. These highs, so this would be the low on ES. So I guess if you're watching ES to Nasdaq, and you saw that low at 948 on the 1 minute. So it would be this low. Once you see that taken, and then you got this little sibby, you could have sold that probably, and I'm sure that even with like 2 micros, that would have fucking, excuse my language, that would have been probably enough to pass that combine. Oh wow, yeah, 2 contracts just to like right here would have passed it. So yeah, the Nasdaq's definitely moving. Um, yeah, just didn't get in it. Missed this little entry. Have to be watching them both, but I was also trading options too. So I'm only one person. I can't do that much at once. Um, I'm happy with what I was able to do. Catch this move. Oh damn, I should cancel that. That could be bad. Um, Especially if we already get a retracement before we hit that, then that might not slow down price too much. So let me see some projections maybe. I guess if we go back to the 15 minute, I don't know if I did those projections that good. You could also say this, and that would be crazy. But I could see it. I could see it. The 15 sets up some bearish narrative right now. The 4 hour is definitely still bullish. I'm looking at this whole range, and it's bullish. And we did tap into a 4 hour fair value gap. So holding through all that, I could see why, kind of slowed down a bit. But I don't think we're done. I feel like we go up just to come back down and at least take this and maybe even this, and that's something else. Like these are just from the 15 minute, because the 4 hour doesn't really show you anything in this range, but it's such a huge range, um, and so clean to the upside that like you could tell liquidity was swept here, and even when that happened, that was a all at fair value, like under in a discount. So I'm now looking from this low to this high, and we're in discount now. So I mean, long term, we could turn around and go back up and be completely wrong. But what I think is going to happen, at least, I think we at least come up to get a new range now. So I say I don't really see anything that looks like a legit order block. I mean, you can maybe consider this. Not that, I don't know why that's still there, but you can maybe consider this, but I wouldn't. I'd actually probably look there first, but this is all too low. So there was a Sibi there, but we could refine it to this new one, and just kind of watch price there. There's still an order block. If we cut through candles, we can still check that out. But this time, I don't expect that high to get ran out on yesterday's close. I don't expect that. I expect probably we come back up with what we're doing right now. Go there, and then that's the wrong one. Go there, and then take this liquidity, maybe do something like that, and then take that, probably come back up and run some of that after that. But yeah, that's just kind of what I'm watching out for. It's 11, so I probably won't trade anymore for the AM session. I'm done on this account today. Like, oh, it's not even this account. Sign in over here. So that this is a good day for me. 320 almost, and I'm really close to that passing target. So I just don't want to, I guess, like get emotional and just try to do what I can to pass it. I caught 2.36 on this, so if I see something that looked insanely promising, I have no problem. Like if I was comfortable with it, something that I I don't know. I guess just I feel more sure about my confidence in it. If it was there, then I would definitely wouldn't mind taking another trade after winning this much. But this one I'm reserving for the stream, and if I take anything in the afternoon, it'd be on my 50K account. But yeah, that's it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. It was a pretty quick one, I think, relatively to what we do sometimes. But yeah, I will I will be back maybe probably Tuesday. I don't know. I'd have to look at the calendar. I probably won't be streaming tomorrow, but appreciate anybody that's here checking this out, and catch you all next time.